Hi, thank you for clicking on this video. I usually don't do videos like this, so thank you for clicking on this video. This usually isn't my topic, but I'm gonna talk about my experience with the Great Aussie Bush Camp, or as I like to call it, the Great Aussie Camp, because oh boy, this was a hellhole. So you may ask, why do I call this the Great Aussie Camp? Well, it's because, and unquote from their website, whichever site you choose, yes there's more than one, your students will experience programs that are delivered within unique and authentic Australian environments by highly trained instructors who treat students like family and teachers like VIP. I do not buy that. Every Great Aussie Bush Camp program offers the wildest choice of on-site and off-site activities available at any outdoor education centre in Australia. Our programs are delivered through a sequentialized approach where, and I quote, challenged by choice, end quote, allows students and teachers to safely go beyond their comfort zones at a pace that feels right for them. We did not have a nice pace at all. So, I already have a review that I wrote. Here it is. You can pause to read. I'm not going to go over it, but I'll just take little snippets of it. So if you read the review, you can leave the video because I'm just going to go over what I wrote in the review. So, yeah. So if you pause to read, you can just leave. Play that one green screen everyone does, I guess. The food is Next section. Okay, I'm obviously kidding. I'm not just gonna let the next section go like that. Let me explain it. I don't remember everything I ate, but basically, my brain does not work. Okay, basically, to put it nicely, what is the chicken? Do not call that chicken. It's fully cooked. But that does not deny the fact that it is thinner than a sheet of paper. How is that legal? You can't have chicken that is thin, okay? Like literally, I could write on it. That's how thin it is. Anyway, I don't remember all the food again, but on the last day, we did get hot dogs and like other cuts of meat, like steaks. It was fucking dry. Like how? How do you make it that dry? Okay? And it's also super rubbery. And when they were giving out the sausages, they didn't have enough regular sausages, so they had to hand out chicken sausages. Either you're broke or you don't know how to do basic math. Come on! It's not that hard to count how many students there are and then put that many sausages in the order. Come on! Gordon Ramsay would not be proud.
What the fuck is this? It's raw.
Gordon Ramsay would just laugh on how this whole thing is. The food is terrible, okay? And when I say that, I don't mean you can rip it, but basically, it was terrible. The pancakes were teeny tiny. The eggs were very bland. The only thing that was good was the sausages in the morning. For breakfast, that is. And don't even get me started on the spaghetti. Okay? Literally, I could have eaten that if you plucked out all of my teeth. If you overcook pasta, you at least make it taste good. Okay? Okay, if you don't know how to cook pasta properly, then just, learn how to cook it. Just use your eyes. Use your eyes. Use your eyes to see on the electronic to see how to cook the pasta. Okay? Don't overcook pasta! On the topic of breakfast, there was cereal, but that was like the only other good thing aside from the sausages. Cause, it's not really that hard to mess up cereal. They didn't like make it like moldy or anything. If they did, then I think that's just a lawsuit waiting to happen. But yeah, it's not really that big of a deal because, there was cereal and it, at least it's fine, really. Okay, the cereal was the only other good thing, and you can't if you somehow mess up cereal, what the is wrong with you? Actually, what is wrong with you? Okay, I kind of understand why they're always angry. Waking up at like 5 a.m., the cooks have to prepare stuff, but that doesn't understand why they are so rude. Like, literally, come on, at least treat us with an ounce of respect. When I went in year 5, they were nice. They were actually like singing songs with us while we were walking to our activities. But everyone here, they were just so bossy, and I have no idea why. Like, come on, man. Why you gotta be so rude? That's not how you're supposed to treat children. We're like a third of your age. Just treat us with an ounce of respect at least. Please. 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 Okay? Just be nice to us. That's all we wish. Now, why do I want them to be so nice? Well, it's mainly because they were dickheads. Listen, okay? Like, I understand, like, you gotta cook for, like, a couple hundred children. You gotta, I don't know, like every day you got a group of, like, 20 kids. But that doesn't understand why you have to yell at them for something as simple as a single piece of rubbish. Like, come on! Come on, man! We're just trying to enjoy our time here. $400 for this, and we don't even get treated nice. Come on, man! Come on. We literally wake up at 6. They wake us up with music. Like, not like calm music or anything. Yeah, how about Doom soundtrack? Yeah. Imagine being waken up at 6 a.m. just to do activities. And then all you hear outside is down, 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 down. Like, come on, it's so annoying. So annoying. And I hate it. Come on. At least wake us up using something, a little quieter. Please. I was literally getting rocks chucked at me, and when I told them about this, they were like, okay, and literally, like, come on, they don't even pretend to like you. They're just like, hey, yeah, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck everyone here, because we are underpaid. Like, literally, that's how it was. That's literally how that was. That's literally how that was! So, as you're hearing this, it is now currently May 14th. I put off making this video for a while now, so that's my fault. So, I don't really remember a lot, but I'm going to try and remember all I can, really. This is unscripted, just so you know. Anyway, I would just like to say, the activities there, some of them are good. Majority of them are not. The first one I'm going to do, basically, the whole of us as a group, there were like 20 or so kids, they put down this like crate thing. If you play 3008, you know, like the wooden plate things. Yeah, I'll put up an image, but like, you know what I mean, if you know what I mean. Basically, they were trying to cram 20 kids onto one of those, and what we had to do to get on there, we had to go from an area that's not in the ground. We had to fit all of them on the crate. So some of us, we were sticking our feet like on the sides of the crate. That it was very uncomfortable. I was getting squished in the middle because I was like the second person to go on, which I don't mean to brag, but was probably one of the mainly good things. But yeah, that was only the good thing I have to say about it. It was so crammed, and if one person messed up, if one person even touched the dirt, they would just like, nope, we gotta restart. And I'm like, why? You've already crammed 19 of us on here. What, one person touching the ground with their shoe? It's gonna be a big deal. Alright, so now it's time to talk about the second activity. We are talking about high ropes, or treetops, or whatever you want to call it. Basically, how it works is that you have these clippies that are attached to you. You use these clippies you can climb in the trees. It sounds fun, unless you're scared of heights. Hi, I'm scared of heights. It is a lot scarier than you think. Because, you're up in the sky, and you can't go back, okay? Thankfully, they do have a shorter path for little wimps like me. Basically, there's like 6... How do I describe this? There's like 6 of the... What am I trying to say? There's 6 of like the things that you have to pass. Like there's gonna be like tightrope or like blocks, or like you have to walk across that or crawl in it or whatever. And then after that, if you can't go back, which means that like you just have to push through no matter what, even if you're scared. Like, you could literally be crying, and the instructors are gonna be like, yeah, just continue on, you'll be fine. And you're like, no, I don't want to, I'm gonna be too scared. And they just like, hurry up, okay? We got like 20 other people who actually want to do it. And I'm like, but I'm like at the back, and then there's another group following you. It's just so crammed, okay? There's like 5 schools here at a time. Like, come on, man. Learn how to do your damn job properly. Treat kids fairly. For the last activity that we did, I can't remember the name of it because this was like over a year ago since I went to camp, but it was basically one group. Basically, it's like kids versus teachers. The kids have to save one group of kids that is quote unquote captured, and trust me, I'm using the heaviest air quotes I can. Because basically what that captured means, it just means that you just sit there trying to be as quiet as possible. Like, hello, I want to be found. And it's the teachers and instructors' job to, like, try and prevent the kids to find the group of kids that's supposed to be hiding. Like, excuse me? You want me to sit on this grass? On these leaves? On these crunchy, dirty leaves? For, like, God knows how long? Just for a game? It's less fun when you're just a group sitting there. So you just do nothing. Like, sure, you get to talk with your friend, but the moment you slightly hear a group, you have to be like... You just have to, like, hold your breath. Like, I could do... And that would get me caught. Like, hello? What do you think? Do you think I can slow down time? No. Okay? Now I'm going to give one pro about the whole thing. And it was definitely the most fun thing that I did there. The giant swing. Okay, listen. If you're going to the Great Aussie Bush Camp, which first of all, why are you even doing that in the first place? But if you are going for some stupid, idiotic reason, you need, and I say need, to go to the giant swing. Basically, how it works is you're attached to like this little like swinging mechanism. Okay, I know that sounds stupid, but basically, you're attached to like this giant tall thing, and you're basically hanging from it. Not like button. Your butt is supported, so it's like you're sitting in a seat, but like you're not at the same time. And then what you're gonna do is that everyone else in your group, they're gonna pull back on this black rope, or like rubber rope, or whatever it is. When they pull that back, it's gonna make you go upwards, and then eventually there's gonna be a point where everyone lets go and you're just hanging up there. And then if you look, I think to the left of you, you're gonna see this, an orange string. So you'll see an orange string, and you pull that, which will release you and will make you fall. And then you just go whee like a swing, and then you remove all your safety gear, and then it's on to the next person. That's like the one good game here. Now you may say, what do you mean by beforehand and aftermath? I mean what happens before you enter the camp and after you leave the camp. So let's just get into what goes on there. So I'm going to be talking about the beforehand first and the aftermath second. I mean, because that's normally how orders go in. So what you do before the camp is you need to get your parent to sign a permission slip to let you actually go on the camp, and then they need to pay the $400 fee. Can we get some more vine booms, please? I said more. Thank you. Yeah, 400 Australian dollars. You want to know what you can buy with said 400 Australian dollars? A MetaQuest. You can buy a whole MetaQuest for that $400. Let that sink in. Oh. No, I didn't mean that literally. So then after that, you have to pack your bag. You're going away for 3 days. So you got to pack all your clothes, your pillow, your blanket. Oh yeah, did I mention that you don't get to sleep on actual mattresses? You have to sleep on these, what is essentially yoga mats, inside of these tents, if you can even call them that. They're just like tarts hung up. Like, just the sad excuses for what are actually sleeping areas. Not even a proper mattress, just like yoga mats. It was not comfortable, okay? I literally had to get my sleeping bag and put it underneath me so I could have some sort of comfort underneath. And then you need to get on buses for an hour drive to the actual place where you need to go, which for an hour drive is very boring because you have, like, basically if you want any enjoyability to the trip, you have to bring your phone. There's no laptops, it's only your phone. And even with that, you still have to give in your phone. You have to give in your phone at 10 p.m. sharp. No, it's not like you can keep it in there to charge. Nope, it's probably going to be dead the next day because they don't even care about the phone. I mean, for all we know, they could have snapped them in half and replaced them with cheap Temu knockoffs. Now it's time for the aftermath of the situation. So after everyone's packed up, all of their stuff are put back in, like you've packed away all your bags, you've brought your pillow alongside it because it couldn't fit in. Then you're escorted to this area, which is used for fencing, which my group didn't get to do. So once you're escorted to this area, it might not be the fencing area, it might be like a different area. But basically after you're there, you have to wait for the buses. Just sit there and wait with your friends. Boring wait. Then after the buses come, you have to wait for your teacher to check off each individual student one by one. And then once they've done that, then you're allowed on the bus. Oh no, wait, you're not. Because remember, you have to go in a certain order, which means you might not even be with your friends. What is the whole point of this camp if it's not to bond with our friends? Huh? Tell me! When you're on the bus, same stuff going back. Then, when you get back, you gotta wait for your parents to pick you up. Or just like go home any alternative route. You have to wait there again. I've already done enough waiting today. Thank you very much. Alright, cue the outro. And that is my experience with the Great Aussie Bush Camp, or as I like to call it, the Great Aussie Shit Camp. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm gonna do the cringy YouTuber outro. Comment, like, and subscribe. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. And I spent way too long making this video. Peace! Woo! Also check my socials in the description.